Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're fine wherever you are. So we're gonna be sharing a video where black people in general are sharing their sentiments as to why they prefer white women as compared to fellow black people. So generally this video is not to stereotype a given group of people or something, but it is for us to learn and for the educational purposes. And we also want to know, as the reason as to why we have been seeing an increase in interracial marriages, especially white men preferring other races as just compared to blacks. And also we are going to hear the opinion of the women, black women, what they say about this. I believe that this video finds you well, and maybe we can say one or two things after watching these videos. Let's watch the video and then come back, say something.
I speak for most black women when I say we would prefer to date a man of our own race. But here's the thing, they are not looking to date us majority of the time. When I'm out in public, black men are not approaching me. They're not trying to date me. They're not trying to get my number. And in my life, the worst I've ever been treated was by a black man. When I'm on dating apps, black men are not looking to match with me. They're not swiping on me. So what am I supposed to do? The only other option is to give Billy with the pickup truck who wants to take me fishing a chance, because what else is a girl supposed to do?
Most black men marry down in class when they marry these white women.
Okay.
You can't find a rich white woman who ever married a broke-ass black man.
Boy.
Show me one rich white woman who has ever married a broke-ass black man. So this ain't about love. This is about agenda.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, the black man wants the white woman to provide him with a degree of psychological validation. Only a low self-esteem having ass Negro would marry a white female in the first place, because you feel that if I can get the white man's woman, then maybe that makes me feel a little bit more equal to the white man. And then thirdly, you're absolutely right. We're the gods. We are the first man. So naturally, white women are going to be attracted to us because we are the original man. Everyone is attracted to melanin. It is liquid gold.
Boy.
But you have to love your liquid gold enough to say that y'all have misogynized us enough. Y'all have blended us and crossbred us enough. And I'm not going to continue to perpetuate that evil. This melanin is going to go into another melanin. We trying to make black blacker, not black whiter.
So associate mind asks me, why do black men love white women so much? Why do you see a lot of black celebrities dating white women? All these athletes, singers, rappers, why do they love white women so much? And me, having experience dating outside of my race, I can give you about 2 or 3 reasons. Number one, white women are a lot more submissive and more feminine. They're more compliant. I don't know what it is, but maybe because how black guys carry themselves, they appreciate the masculine energy, and the women are more compliant. They're not giving you a headache, whereas black women are more masculine in general on average, and they give black men a lot of headache. So a lot of black men turn to white women or Asians or Hispanics because they're more compliant. They're willing to follow the man's lead, especially if he's somebody of high quality. And number two, another thing is that the women are, like I said, feminine. They take care of themselves and they help the men think outside of the box. Because of her friends that are successful or in a different social economic standard, you learn about investments and business. Whereas if you date Shaniqua from across the street, she probably comes from a broken home, and so you don't get that same kind of exposure when you're dating a white woman, because maybe if she's not like white trash or anything like that, she comes from a good home. Therefore, you hang around her friends and you're able to learn about different other opportunities to help expand your business or help you grow as a person, as a man. And then number 3 is they're less of a headache, to be honest. A lot of guys that I know who date outside of their race, they're a lot more happier. There's a lot less drama. There's a lot less fighting. Just in general, on average. I'm not saying all black women are headaches, but in general, a lot of white women are less of a headache. They're less confrontational when dealing with black men, from my perspective, from my own experiences at least. So anyways, that was just what I wanted to share to you guys.
Why do some black men only date white women?
I feel like that's just a thing of self-hatred, not gonna lie. There's so many black men that have been so brainwashed by Western beauty standards, all this. It's such cool mentality.
I've heard some of your friends say, like, oh, just white girls are easy.
Man, I hear this, yeah? But it's like, I don't see it. I've never dated a white girl. But I've never dated because I feel like, yeah, people say, oh, it's so easy, but I'm just like, how is it easy to get to know someone that's not your culture? I would love to be able to experience other cultures and actually date a woman that's not black, but I personally don't know how to. I wouldn't say it's easy because I wouldn't even know what to say to you.
Here's why black men date outside of their race. It comes down to men going where they feel love. As a successful black guy, a high earning black guy, and I know other high earning black men, there's no incentive for us men to deal with women just because we look like them that are not bringing us peace. Now, I feel like a lot of black women have pent up trauma because black men do need to be better leaders and make better decisions as well, which is causing that trauma. But let's not act like this is just one side to this coin. Black women need to also make better decisions in the men that they pick. Stop glorifying the Pookie and Ray Rays, and more black men will actually want to be more successful, clean cut, and better leaders. So the decisions black women make, along with men not being better leaders, is what's causing this divide. Black men dating outside their race, black women being angry about it, and it's up to the men and the women to fix it. Both sides need to take better responsibility in creating a better dating community for the black race. That's my honest opinion.
Welcome back to the channel. One thing I like to say is that I don't crucify anyone who dates outside their race. I mean, they might have their own personal reasons, because I believe personal interest, personal considerations are the things which starts with you, because yeah, it's something which is personal to you, because everyone knows where they have their problem and everyone have their preferences. Therefore, we also add other cultural factors, political factors, and social factors which also comes to place. And one thing that I would like to highlight is that there's a brother who said that he talked about the social factors to why black men are preferring white women. This is because we find, for example, a black person in the United States, it might be an African American or a black American who is in the United States. It's easier for them to date a white woman, because in the classes you find that the whites were the minority, and so in those classes, and they have a lot of white people, so their socialization part of life has always been interacting with these white women. Some of them, they are their friends, they go to their homes, they share a lot of things, and you realize how they are exposed to these white women as compared to black women. And even in the classes, you find that they are having a large number of white women as compared to black women, talking about the educational disparities in classes and representation of blacks and whites in these classes. And these are things which I believe they might just make them engage into, this interracial relationship, especially when men see white women. Another thing which is also interesting that I also like to say is that black men are also choosing white women because I don't think if this is interesting, but as it has been highlighted, it might be a reason of self-hatred. Yeah, this is also a factor, because some people believe that when they date, they raise, like, they feel like they're dating downwards, but when they date a white woman, they feel like they're dating upwards. And I think this also makes sense when you have white men who doesn't want their white women to be married to black folks, because to them it's dating downwards. And this is what racism, this is what social status has caused us. So you're gonna find, for instance, this is also a factor. That's why I wanted to talk to both sides of the stories, because in as much as we are highlighting the positive sides, we also need to talk about the negative sides. So some black men, some black folks also thinks that when you date a white lady, it comes with opportunities. Maybe you might just get some advantages for marrying a white woman, you know the advantages, So this is also a factor. Okay. Another factor, some men also argue that they find white women so submissive as compared to black women. I don't know about that, but that's what I also find out. The research that I did. So they preferably choose white woman because they claim that they want that peace of mind, and they say that it is better to be with a person who is not of your color, but they give you peace, as compared to be with a person of your color which doesn't give you peace. Let me tell you something. We might have been struggling with the same thing in Africa, because back in Africa we're not maybe dealing with something to do with race, but in Africa we having something to do with intertribal clashes, intertribal marriages. So when you're having intertribal marriages, we have stereotypes amongst a given group to a given group. So these stereotypes makes us not to intermarry with each other. I'm talking about this back in Africa, because when it is back in Africa, now you realize that maybe your parents say this, that those tribes people do this, those tribes people do that, and so it affects how you feel. But you might be marrying in your own tribe or in your own community, but you realize that you don't get that peace that maybe a person from another community or another tribe is giving you. So my brothers, my black brothers across all the continent might also use the same issue to explain their statements, because if you leave alone the color thing, if you leave alone the race thing, a person who gives you peace will give you peace. A person who doesn't give you peace will not give you peace. So these men are seeing some white women, they can give them that peace as compared to the black women who they have. Also, share with me what you think about this. It's about education. We are trying to highlight the things which are happening in our society, because we've been seeing a number of celebrities, black celebrities, especially men who are dating white women. So as a matter of fact, these and others that maybe I haven't said might be the reasons as to why we are seeing a number of black men taking up white women for marriages or for dating, or that's why we're seeing these number increasing. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comment section. If you're a black woman who is watching this video, if you're a white man who is watching this video, if you're a white lady watching this video, tell me what you think. If you're a black folk watching this video, also tell me what you think in the comment section, because I think that we need to come out and talk about these things. Sometimes it's not about the race, but I believe that sometimes it's about someone's preference. Of course, I understand the historical reasons that doesn't support interracial marriages, especially for black folks to white folks, especially Caucasians. There's a historical background about racism which is not sad. So looking at the economic disparities that we have between the whites and the blacks, it might sound as a betrayal for a black person to date a white person, because especially if you're a man, it means that the resources that you make, you are gonna share with this white woman. And according to historical context, the alienation that black folks went through, they've been working, their jobs haven't been recognized, their resources they were taken. So it means that it is like, again, a modern slavery to them, because it is like you taking the resources as a man, because it is the man who will be providing, the man will be doing all those things. So if the man will be bringing the resources back to home, it means that they will be sharing with this white woman. So when they share with this white woman, it might be taken as an alienation, because I'm trying to look at this thing in an open-minded, because looking at it in an historical context, and at the same time looking at it in the context that as a personal preferences, we're looking at it at both sides and addressing it at micro and macro levels. As again, I'll ask you guys, this is something that we need to talk about. Are our brothers who are marrying white ladies are a betrayal to their culture? Our white women agreeing to date black men are also betraying their culture. I don't know. I'll come with another episode. I think next after this, I'll come up with another episode explaining why white women are leaving their white men to date black women, black men. Sorry. So it's a learning session. I'm gonna do my job and present it to you, and you also gonna tell me what you think about these scenarios, because we need to know the truth. And society is so dynamic. Things keep on changing. And another form of change is interracial marriages, and we have to accept the things that it comes with, the implication that it comes with, the negative and the positive things that it comes with, the repercussions that it comes with. And how does it shape the future population? How does it shape the future of the continent, the future of black people, the future of white people? Tell me what you think in the comment section about these issues, because at the end of the day, we need to address these issues. And I try to tackle this thing with an open mind, without a biased mind, because we need to demystify the truth. We need to tell people the truth. We need to engage you as much as possible, while also trying to share what you think about these issues. It is your presenter Eugene from Kenya. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. I hope you begin your Monday. I hope you begin your week with good energy and positive vibes. So let's meet on the other side, on the other episode. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.